Hello, everybody. I am back today with Odyssey, and I think he has the best background we've ever had here so far. So welcome.
Thank you very much.
Um,
You.
we are laughing because today it's not going very smoothly. The internet on my side totally sabotages myself. And then, we were practicing here some screen shares, and so we'll see how it goes. Today is going to be special because it's not me sharing the screen and showing the artworks. It's going to be Odyssey himself showing his artworks and talking about them. So it's going to be, much more fun. And we'll see how the technicalities will hold. So Odyssey, welcome. Super happy to have you. Let's jump right into it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I hope I will not screw this up, but it's a pleasure to have this conversation with you and always
You
talking
cannot
about.
screw up your art show, This is
Okay,
impossible.
yeah, that's right. That's right. I will start. I will start. Okay. Yes.
Yes, perfect. It works.
Okay. Glad to hear. So basically, this is Teary Eyes, which is definitely one of my favorite artworks I've ever created. Also, I think it's my very first self-portrait I've ever done with this medium, which is 3D. This is an
Ooh,
artwork which is entirely created and sculptured in 3D, and then rendered within Cinema 4D. And it has a lot of
wow.
different meaning in a sense of the power it holds for me, because of course, when you are creating something so close to you as a self-portrait, as an artist, I think that there is something honestly really powerful to the idea of see how you see yourself instead of let others' view of yourself be the narrative there. So I mean, basically the concept of this artwork, as the name says, is teary eye. I don't know if I can. Yeah, I can zoom a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah,
So
you can zoom.
you can
Works.
see that it is as I have
Mm.
a tear, as it's a tattoo on my skin. Like it's something that is part of my own skin. But at the same time, I have like an earring that shows that teary eyes. So this sort of sorrow take different shapes, because that sorrow is something I wear like an earring, but it's something that is written on my skin too. And at the same time, you can see that there is this art I keep on my end, and it's a broken heart, showing a person who basically is broken hearted and it's lost at sea, because you see in this scenery we are in a like endless horizon sea. You cannot see the end, you cannot see the horizon itself. It's blurred in this fog of colors, of purples, and this figure, it's moving and it's like contorting within himself, as it's dancing or as it's jumping, like also somehow as it's hugging himself, his figure. In a way, it's definitely a portrait of self-love somehow. I think that creating this artwork was one of the most cathartic moments in my life, to be honest. I love creating this one. It is definitely a special work also because it's my debut artwork on Super Rare, which I
Hmm.
created at the end of 2022. And
Okay.
there are also different symbolism within the arc and fossils and these abstract elements. But I mean, pretty much, that is the vibe and that is the concept behind this work.
So can I ask why purple? Was it somehow connected to Farcaster?
No, because I was not on Farcaster yet when I did
Okay.
this. I didn't even know of Farcaster at the time. Um, I think I've always been very drawn to purple as a color. I think you will see also more artworks within today in my
Hmm.
archive with this color palette. It just
Hmm.
soothes me. Like these colors just give me a lot of peace and quiet energy and serene energy. So I think I
Hmm.
love to embody my work and what I create with colors that makes me feel at ease somehow.
Hmm. Can I also ask, and then we jump into the next one, but so how long does it take to produce artwork like this with, the 3D pieces
Yeah,
and all the detail which is hidden in there?
I mean it depends. Because sometimes I could be very inspired and do a sketch and then right away start sculpturing and the sculpture get out in 1 hour and then never getting back to it. Um, but it's not something I can predict, to be honest. I just let go with the flow. I would say that generally creating an artwork like this takes me around 1 week in and out. Like,
Mm,
it's not like I keep the entire week working on this. I
sure.
just get back to it and check it out. Also, when I build the 3D scene, generally I need the time to let the scene sink within myself before moving forward to the final steps and working on the detailing of the artwork
Mm.
in post-production or something like that. So yeah, it really depends a lot on the artwork
Okay,
itself.
okay. I'm now not laughing to what you are saying. I'm laughing to
Yeah.
the fact that we talked about just a minute ago that you can talk a lot, which is true. We are already on 6 minutes on the first artwork. It's just amazing.
Sorry, I kind of missed you for a moment, so well.
Don't worry. Let's jump to the next one.
Yeah, let's jump to the next one. So the next one is actually Clio. So this artwork, as you can see here, was created as a book cover. Now I'm showing you the book cover. Next, I will show you the artwork
I
itself
am
alone.
still seeing teary eyes.
Oh,
Odyssey.
let's see now.
Ah, yes. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for telling me. So, yeah, this artwork was created for NFT Yearbook, which is a project who went live in 2022. And actually, we received a few, like last year, actually, the physical copy of the book.
I
And
received one.
you had
Great.
one?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. It's a great project. I love this.
it's
And I love
awesome. Yeah.
working on this cover, to be honest. So yeah, actually, I think I will now share the artwork itself, which is here. Can you see it now?
Yeah, I can see it.
Perfect.
Totally
So
purple.
yeah, we are on that color palette now. So this artwork also is a very special. It took me a lot to create this. Actually, I think it was around 1 month for the whole process to create this. I went like there are a lot of symbolism within the artworks, like this female figure represent a Greek muse, the muse of history, because we are talking about a book about the history of NFT world in the NFT
Hmm.
yearbook. So I wanted to depict the idea of having a muse. When there is something written, there is always a muse in mythology. And also there are
True.
other different symbolism, which are the architecture, because architecture is something that hold more time than human life. It passes human life itself. It is created also coming from craving for humans to seek eternity or seek infinity in a way. There are these waves that represent the wind of change you can see on the right of the screen. Um, the rising star under the wind, they represent this new era for the art world and the NFT world in general, the digital art world. And then there are the corals, which still are a representation of something that is ancient and that has history to tell. Because corals are very important for the marine environment. They create life itself, and they allow the sea world to continue living. So that's basically the concept behind this work. I don't know if you have any question. If not, I will move forward to
No
the next.
questions. Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
let's jump to the next one.
let's move.
Cool.
Let's move forward. So let me come from here. I would talk about Narcissus now. Um,
Ooh, okay.
yeah, this is another 3D artwork. Like so far, I've just shown 3D artworks. I will move on something else later. Um, I really love this specific work. It was created for an exhibition I had the pleasure to collaborate with in Florence at the beginning of 2024. The concept
Nice.
was link between worlds. And what I wanted to say basically is that when you're talking about different worlds, those worlds do not have to be something out of a fantasy world, like out of a fantasy book, let's say, a fantasy novel. But what I wanted to show was the relationship within ourselves and the world within. So the world you see when you mirror yourself, in this case, in water. Um, but what I wanted to actually say with this work is that, like, to let people see that you do not need to seek validation from an outworld point of view, because you need to see it for yourself within yourself. So it is basically an invitation to look forward, like inward, instead of looking outward, yourself, to know more about yourself, and started this journey of self-discover, which it is the Odyssey itself at its core.
I really like it.
Oh, I'm glad you do.
Yeah,
It was very
sounds
nice
great.
for this.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I think we could move on actually on something else. What do you
Yeah,
think?
absolutely.
Let's move
Let's
on
try
something
something.
with uh with AI, because
Okay.
it could be interesting to move to something else like this. So, can you see it? I don't know if it's
Yeah,
loading
yeah.
yet.
I can see signals 199.
Okay. Yeah, it's loading on my side, so I'm
It's
hoping that
loading. It's loading, yeah.
Okay, here she is. Okay, so this work is part of a big collection I created for Magic Eden, which is Signals. It's a
Mm-hmm.
collection created with the use of AI, specifically Midjourney and Stable Diffusion, trained with my own works. And specifically this work in particular I'm showing today. I mean, the concept of this collection is the one of like the journey of life, the journey of looking at the horizon, looking for answer, looking for those questions, those metaphysical questions we keep asking ourselves within the entirety of our life journey. Specifically, this work is actually in the top rarity of the collection. This is rarity number 2. It's one of the most rare work of the collection, and it's depicting the mythological figure of Medusa. I think you are like probably know who Medusa was, but
Sure.
basically it's this woman who was transformed for something she was not responsible for. She was punished by goddesses and gods for something she didn't do. And in that sense, I wanted to depict this creature, this woman, because I think it holds a lot of power in a sense of queer liberation too, but also woman liberation, in a sense of being free of who we are within, also our transformation, also from those part of ourselves that society could depict as something we should be ashamed for. I mean, for me, it represents something in relation of gender, of my gender identity in general, and how I see and I've seen myself transform within growing up and the years of experiencing this life. And it is definitely something related to my own femininity, and in general, femininity of everyone in the world, I think.
Yeah, I
So
really
yeah,
like the artwork. It's kind of magical.
I'm
There's
glad
nice
you do.
colors. Yeah.
we are
Look,
we
we
are
are
already.
on 15 minutes. What do you say?
Oh,
We're on 15 minutes, so we have time for like 2 more artworks.
okay.
Your choice.
My choice. Let's see. I think
Oh, yeah,
we could.
you can just walk us through some collection without, zooming in, whatever you want.
Yeah. Let's. I'm coming. Let's. I think this one could be really interesting. So, getting back to 3D work. um.
Yeah,
Yeah, sisterly
this
bond.
is
And I
nice.
think I chose this naturally just because we were talking about gender identity. And this is on a very similar concept. This basically is a self-portrait again of me and one of my best
Hmm.
friends. The first
You want to
time
make
we
it bigger?
Oh yeah, I think that could be a great idea actually. Let's see. Yeah.
Cool.
So it's actually a self-portrait of me and my best friend. The first time we dressed up in drag, which was before the pandemic in 2020. It was the first time being in drag for both of us, and it was the first time exploring our gender identity that way, like wearing a wig, wearing woman clothes, wearing high heels or something like that. Um, and I think that specific moment in my life holds a very important like cornerstone, in a way of like my journey itself within the discovering of my own gender identity, and also sharing something so powerful and deep with another person, which is one of my best friend. The work is called Sisterly Bond because what we have is actually a sisterly bond, like we are sisters. And we are like, we are honestly like a family. Like as queer people, we tend to choose our family in a way, because sometimes, unfortunately, our like real family are close to traumas and story we do not want to remember, or there are not specifically happy memories. And so this work actually, it's a very powerful one for me, because also as you see, there are like we are like around us there are these very crystallized architecture, like they are very rich, last, like they're something very rare and beautiful, and it's like how we felt within spending this time within each other, exploring ourselves.
Hmm.
And for the last
Impressive. Hmm.
Thank you. For the last one, I would like to talk about Weeping Mother. Weeping Mother is another work which represents the divine
Nice.
feminine. In this case, I'm representing Mother Nature, and Mother Nature is crying for what us as human beings are doing to the earth. So there are, very clear representation of the sea, the sun, the moon, the trees, the flowers, all of this, and you see this mother rising from earth, and she's holding a crying um, a crying eyes that is the same one I show at the beginning in the work Teary Eyes. It is actually the same.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
we are getting to a closure with this.
Nice.
It's the same earth, my earth, it's a universal earth that is the same of Mother Nature, is the same of all the human being in the world. Like we all share sorrow, as we all share joy, as we all share this time together on this world. So that's what I wanted to say with this work.
Hmm.
And
Very
I
nice.
think I'm done.
Okay, wonderful.
So
Well,
I'm
this was great. It confirmed that you can talk a lot about your work, which I guess is similar with all artists. Amazing. And all of the works kind of confirmed that my feeling that your work always feels very dreamy, even though maybe the message behind it is very real. It's always felt like relaxing to me when I watch it. So it was perfect. Thank you very much for that, Odyssey.
Thank you very much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
And everybody, watch out for the next artist spotlight. Don't forget to join us and give Odyssey a follow and check out his collections. See you next time.